Nope, you didn't read the title wrong. Across every single device I've played this game on, I've accumulated over 843 hours of playtime in Saints Row 2022. That is a scarily sad number, I think we can all agree. How did we get here? I don't know. Kevin is shirtless, I don't know why. Too many questions, I don't want to think too hard, okay? That, as you can tell, is a large amount of time. And the things that have happened across all that playtime is absolutely crazy. I mean, a few of those hours are from before the game actually released worldwide up until today. That's kind of crazy. So, I want to give you, like, my thoughts on the game, I guess. So, I mean, in my time playing this game, I've seen the game come from no emote wheel to no photo app, to no being able to name vehicles in your garage, to having only the base map, no extra districts, to be transformed into the bigger and more complicated game it is today. A little bit weird. 850 hours later, I've finally figured out what the codex is. It's... You'll have to wait on that one, sadly. I now know the map like the back of my hand, which is quite crazy because I remember, like, when I first got the game, I was like, I'm never going to learn this map. And now I can, like, actually point out individual rocks and be like, oh yeah, I know where this is. I could tell you where you are on the map, which is just a little bit sad, really. I've probably completed the game no less than 30 times, 20 times maybe. I've put a lot of time into it. It's been a long ride, as I say. I've discovered pretty much every Easter egg the game has to offer. I've even asked Volition devs, and they've kind of given me the same thing. It's like, yeah, you've pretty much seen everything now. All the Easter eggs have been discovered. There's a couple hidden ones, but I guess we'll have to find those. I still have no idea what the hell the numbers are in the Haunted Mansion. I mean, come on, man. Are we ever gonna know? I've been asking around and like half of Volition doesn't even know either. It's actually crazy. And I've quite literally seen this game go from pre-release to the company that made it burn to the ground. Wow, what a journey. So I guess I'll give my updated thoughts on the game, how I feel about it, having all this time elapsed. I guess you guys are probably also wondering why now would I make a video like this. Honestly, I kind of saw that, like, I moved from Xbox to PC soon, which is why some of the hours are on Steam. And I was like, if I don't make this video now, I'm never going to be able to keep track of how many hours I have on Xbox once I lose access to all that stuff. So I quickly got the stats and added it all together. And I was like, you know what? I've added it all together now. I might as well go and just make the video. So this is that. Having played this game for that long, I guess I still feel really mixed on it. There are elements of this game I genuinely love, and I think are incredibly overhated, to just be completely honest with you. By that token, though, there are definitely elements of this game that are downright awful, and should never have made it into the game. Not having robberies and stuff is so stupid, and the things I've learned about why these features don't exist is even worse. I also would say that the game has greatly improved since launch. I would, honestly, I know a lot of people wouldn't say this, but I could recommend this game for a low price at this point. If the game stayed in the same state as it was at launch, I don't think there'd have ever been a time where I could recommend the game. We also got some DLC packs, which were pretty cool, I suppose. You know, there's worse DLC packs out there. I think they're a little overhated, personally. I think they're pretty cool. The only issues I really have are some really boring missions in the Heist and Hazardous, but aside from that, they're adequate, I will say. I guess I've really come to love the environments of this game. Probably the thing that's kept me hooked the most is wingsuiting and driving through this beautiful map. I've actually spent so much time just learning about the map, learning the lore of the map, learning about the characters mentioned in that lore. I've learned tons of little secrets about the development of this game, and some things that shouldn't have been leaked have been leaked. I'll give you a little sneak peek. I'll put some on screen for you right now, but don't tell Volition. Wink, wink. Oh, wait, they're dead. Anyway, I've managed to finally adjust to the combat, and I think I can actually say the best way to get used to this game's combat if you're on controller is just turn off all of the assists. A lot of people prefer having the assists on and having that really strong lock. I completely disagree. I think if you just turn off all the assists, you find yourself fighting with the aim a lot less. Not that it's perfect, it still feels awful. I never know whether my sensitivity should be higher or lower. It really just doesn't feel good at times, but I guess you can kind of learn it and figure it all out. There's a lot of quality of life adjustments the Reboot actually has that when I go back to the older games, I legitimately miss, and I think that that's actually quite cool. It's nice to know the Reboot did actually add things that I do miss, like Honestly, the style app, as much as, you know, it kind of makes stores pointless, it's so convenient being able to change your outfit on the fly and not having to do a big drive around the entire map to get to where you need to go just to look a bit different. You know, not having to use images design as well, which is great. I really like how they evolved the Hitman too. I think the Hitman's really good in this game, and when I go and replay the game, I do that a lot, and I honestly really enjoy that. I can't quite get over the customization still. It's still absolutely extensive, and I still know I haven't discovered everything that you can do with the customization. It's really, like, deep customization. I love it so much. I'm still learning, like, new mechanics as I play too. I mean, literally just the other day, I learned that you can do wheelies with monster trucks. I had no clue that that was a thing. Literally 800 hours of gameplay, no clue you could wheelie monster trucks, so that was really cool. And I was like, damn, that's pretty awesome, I can't lie. One thing I didn't realize was actually quite good in this game is the weapon selection. When you have all the DLC at least, I think the weapon selection is really solid in this game. The painting game adds a lot to traversal across the map, and I think it might be the best addition to this series, possibly ever, in weapon form. I can't think of any weapon I was so glad exists in a game like the painting game. It truly is one of a kind, and it makes the game 10 times more bearable. Another one I really like is the Banhammer. That was actually added in the LARP DLC, which is, you know, say what you want about it. It was a pretty cool weapon. It's basically Thor's hammer that you can bounce off people and do like big slam attacks. It's honestly a lot more fun than it sounds, and you know, I think it's one of the cooler things to enjoy about the game. There's also a lot though that I don't like. I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to enjoy the story as much as I'd have liked. I've learned actually, and this is a bit weird to say, I've learned with time that I just try to overlook a lot of the shortcomings and enjoy it for what it is, as just like a really goofy story that makes no sense. I found myself enjoying the campaign a bit more, focusing on the stupid moments you get in it and the mission structure and how good the missions are. The missions are still pretty solid and there are some cool moments in it. I've also just tried to do my best to disassociate this with Saints Row and not think about any of the negative stuff whilst playing. I think that honestly, I think for a lot of people that's what really kills this game. It's hard to play it without knowing what it stands for, if that makes sense. And a lot of the time, you know, when you're playing the reboot, you're just sitting there thinking, oh god, this is the game that killed the series, which is very true and very potent when playing. But I think if you can look past that, you find yourself enjoying it just a tad bit more. I still haven't fully adjusted to this cast of characters. It's not great still. I do think it was salvageable. If they were to make a Reboot 2, set it 5 years in the future, maybe they could make them a bit more mature, less goofy, and actually like kind of make them good characters. Whether they'd be a perfect fit for Saints Row, I honestly have no idea, but what can you do, let's be honest. I really liked when they added cheats though. Cheats added a lot of fun to the game. I found myself not really messing with the fun cheats, and actually just using the cheats to make stuff for like videos and stuff, which is really handy. Like having cash on hand is really helpful when you need to buy something for a certain bit in a video. Being able to change the time of day is equally helpful too. You never want to record any gameplay at night because the YouTube quality just ruins it. So being able to just change that quickly is really cool. And yeah, I guess, as I say, there's pros and cons. I find myself genuinely finding more stuff the more I play. There's a lot of hidden stuff in levels I know people have missed, which I'm really thinking of making a, like, half hour of just useless information you don't need to know about the reboot. Whether that's something people would enjoy, I have no clue. But yeah, 843 hours later, I sit here now and I'm like, you know what? The reboot is not a good game. But it's a game that I enjoyed enough that I could devote a significant amount of my life to. I mean, that's over a month. At the end of the day, it changed more things for me personally as an individual than any game has in my life. It gave me an audience, it gave me a community, and 843 hours later, I look back on it almost with fond memories despite how bad the game is. The game's not good, and it ruined a lot of stuff, but man, I had some good times playing it. I met some amazing people because of it. And I have an audience because of it. So, all that being said, although it's been a long time since I first booted up this game, and it'll be a long time before I boot it up for the last time, I truly can say I enjoyed this game for what it was, and I'm always thankful for it, no matter how bad it is. This terrible reboot, it's mine. What can I say? I claim it. I claim this trash reboot.